Now, I remember when I was traveling in Asia some years ago, I had many people tell me about China's ability to think long term and play for long term wins. I recalled these conversations this week as 2 days of talks on trade ended in London on Tuesday between the US and China. They are about a third of the way through a 90-day reprieve on the crippling tip for tariffs imposed on each other since April. Whilst the Geneva settlement dramatically reduced those duties, trade remains disrupted. China's exports to the US fell in May by the most since early 2020 when the pandemic shut down the Chinese economy. But amidst all of the noise, it's really all about rare earths and chips, as it's clear there is a growing role for export controls in modern trade warfare, where access to rare metals or tiny microchips can give one economy leverage over a rival. Now, we should note that around 75% of US rare earth imports came from China between 2000 and 2022. That's according to the US Geological Survey. And Philip Kirchlechner, Director of Iron Ore Research in Perth in Western Australia, told the BBC that the US and the EU had dropped the ball on recognising the importance of the rare earths over recent decades as China swiftly developed a monopoly over refinement. China has its foot on the blood vein of US and European defence systems, he added. The trade war's biggest casualty hasn't been lost sales, but lost trust, according to Joseph Gregory Mahoney, a professor of international relations at Shanghai's East China Normal University. We've heard a lot about agreements on frameworks for talks, he added, but the fundamental issue remains chips versus rare earths. Everything else is a peacock dance.